Kenya, both. We
We
were
already
planning
did
to
both.
stay.
So both were different safaris. You
Yeah.
Correct.
and
They're different parts, they're different
Okay.
regions.
so you liked the safari so much that you went back to.
No, Kenya, now we're going again, third time, South Africa, this time for longer time.
Okay.
We're gonna see other part of, South Africa. So we,
And you cannot cover all the parts
Right.
in one trip.
But what is the draw? Is it the animals? Is it the
animals,
experience?
I don't know, it's just, it's
You
a,
For
go
her-
back multiple times. Like,
For her, it's animals and the
not
experience.
animals, sitting in the jeep and just getting excited about, okay,
What are you
somewhere
gonna
is
see?
the lion is coming, or
Yeah.
tiger is coming, because we did Indian, random board. We were just in Karnataka, we did, what park is that?
Mudumalai forest.
Yeah, no,
Really bad park.
Bodichar, something like
Okay,
that.
go ahead.
And there's another park, so we did all the parks wherever, and Sri Lanka, we did. Only thing you see is elephants, lots of elephants.
Sri Lanka?
Sri Lanka.
By the way,
Like
Sri
Kerala.
Lanka is gorgeous.
Beautiful, people like you're thinking, Sri Lanka is beautiful.
Just beautiful. So I have a question. So how do you decide your itinerary? Like,
Oh, I'll tell you. I'll tell you something. So we were sitting watching TV and she's on her phone. She's looking all the trips that are available. Then she said, "Oh, Anil, I like this one."
Let's book it.
And we book it.
And then
So
another
it's like
one.
showing the guard.
That's what I do. Same thing, yeah, right.
There's no planning back
And
then,
go
right?
more, let's go, somewhere.
is this an operator, a tour operator?
Yes.
Or?
Yeah, we'll discuss, there is a, yeah, go ahead, please, yeah. I'll elaborate on it.
I just want to know if a person wants to go just once to a safari, is it South Africa, is it Kenya, or is it Tanzania?
Tanzania, either, doesn't matter. Your personal preference. See, which animal you like, so, put a three on, put it on, and voila.
So I think we'll do which animal do you choose? I just maybe,
I have a friend in Tanzania, so he's been calling me.
yeah, that is the best one.
So that is the best one for you.
Because I can get some of those pictures and all that.
Yeah, because the animals, by the way, animals are the same, they look the same, they behave the same, right? They feel the same way, so it doesn't matter, it's your personal preference.
But we saw some of these are like, kill that, their prey and taken to a tree, and they just hang their deer or whatever they hunt. Well,
If
and
you wanna
buffalo.
watch, something like that, watch National Geographic.
No, realize.
It's so much in detail, these
But if
facts
you're
are.
not in your shoes then, right?
Huh?
ये travel tag हमारे लिए नहीं है. Let me.
So Anil is like, there's a director in Bollywood, RGB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
We are getting a very balanced view
You
of
travel like, what are the pros and cons of travel? Comedy channel हो रही है. There's a travel talk, right?
even a pataya, a lot of people go expecting the wild animals, those, right?
I don't do it.
So you have the same, no, I know, but do you have something similar in Africa too, or no?
South Africa has some South Africa.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
lot of
they
people
allow
go to
packing.
pataya and they do it.
Yeah, it's, some of the common, like elephant, zebra, you will see more.
No, for petting.
For petting.
If
Oh,
everyone
yeah,
is
that's
okay,
right.
since the advertised topic is cruise and it's 640, should we go, so two requests, first, let's do cruise conversation.
Yeah.
Finishing that.
Okay, so can I answer her question?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you one, right? Okay, so here's the thing. We have gone to different travel agencies. And we have traveled our own, that we made our own travel arrangement. But what I have found, with Gate One, they will give you, more value for your money than you will be able to do it on your own. So if you want hassle-free vacation, right, everything is planned for you, then you wanna do gate one or another travel agency.
देश भी खाना मिलेगा क्या?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
देसी क्या तो नहीं पता, लेकिन केन्या वगैरह में, साउथ अफ्रीका में you will get Indian food.
Yeah. So, and then, but if you want to experience on your own, yeah, of course you can do that anytime. But then there is a lot of subtleties in when you're traveling, by the way. So, for example, when we land at the airport with Gate One or other travel agency similar to that, the guide manager would come pick you up from the airport. They will take you to the hotel. Your luggage is transferred to your rooms.
Everywhere, every hotel.
And then in the morning, when you are going, then it's all preset that this is the time you want to get up, this is the time you want to have breakfast, this is what you will be traveling, this is what you will be seeing, right? And then this is where you're gonna have lunch. They will give you the lunch options, and this is where you are going to be. If you're doing optional, this is where you're gonna have the dinners.
What is the average size of the group?
Depending, it can be anywhere from 10 to 20 people on an average, but some tours you can have more.
40.
Up to have 40 people, but it doesn't matter. They are all the same. Everybody's trying to get with everybody, and you get along, and you make good friends along the way. And I will tell you the story, great story on that one.
Okay.
Go ahead. What was it? So cruising?
Yeah, I was saying to switch to cruises and then you can come back.
Oh, cruises are my favorite. Right? The best thing, you get the best seat in the house, right? When you're on a cruise, you don't need to worry about the food, the entertainment, and if you are with a group of friends or with your kids, everybody's entertained, everybody's taken care. And then you're visiting, you're getting a glimpse of each port they are going to. So for example, we just take a 2 week cruise.
Latin America. We
For
just
Latin
went
America, right? They have taken us to 11 different ports. Most of them we were already there,
So yours.
right? So it doesn't matter. But the thing is, it's a wonderful time. You have wonderful weather, right? And we had wonderful time. And we generally will go during winter time to get away from winter. It's a wonderful time.
Which cruises do you prefer?
Norwegian cruise line.
So we've done other cruises, but now we generally take Norwegian.
We also did 3 river cruises, like,
Did you
then
go
we
Niles
did-
one?
Yeah, then we, no, not,
We did the European
Yeah.
cruises, yeah. Danube River and.
the Vikings, right?
Yeah.
But Gate One also have their own boats. So they do as good a job as Viking does.
Abhi, so they were trying to say that in India also they are doing the river cruise.
Yeah,
But is it started or?
Yeah, it's already started, actually,
Three
but it's
months
happening
one.
right now.
Right? They have the whole cruise for 3 months where you can take like however much you want, you can go for a week or two and
So
then half
Gate
in
One
and
has
half.
7 days, 7 days,
It is?
yeah. So it starts,
So from where?
that I don't know, I wasn't sure, but I just, booking more to India, because now we start traveling through Gate One to India. So we just can't, we went to Karnataka in November, before that we did northern, which we do like
Also,
Jaipur.
gate one is
Also
even
in
in
India,
India.
they got companies from here, but they have a tour guides and they arrange all everything. And, they do wonderful, and Sri Lanka we did, so India to Dani, then, you know. that's what
So,
we hear.
one of the best cruise on my memory is Baltic Sea. And, during that time, we visited all the Germany, Russia. I mean, at that time, we were able to do that, right? That was, how long ago was that?
It's at
11,
2010, yeah, 2010.
Yeah, and at that time we would go, and then St. Petersburg, oh my God, some of the
Beautiful.
palaces are most beautiful palace, St. Petersburg in Russia. I mean, they had a lot of wells, so a lot of kings made a lot of big palaces and all that, right? And Germany, and then we also did
Egypt, we did, that
No, no.
was,
Yeah, but that cruise,
Estonia, Finland and all.
yeah, wonderful. So, there is another cruise we did, uh,
Mediterranean.
the Mediterranean cruise, yeah, that's also very wonderful.
They stayed 2 nights, at Egypt. So we did Egypt and all that.
Yeah, and that time there was, you remember that, during that time there were demonstrations were happening in the center,
Arab
then,
uprising, during the Arab uprising, are you talking about that?
how long ago was that?
It was, I think, in 7, 8 years. Yeah.
Huh?
Maybe that, that's.
No, after that, I mean, I'm talking about like 15 years back,
Yeah,
there was
there
a,
was, something, I don't know.
yeah, so there was riots were going on, so the tour operators came with the two cars with the machine gun to pick us up.
Wow, that was scary. You guys said, oh, we should be safe.
So, I mean, we made it, and we stayed in, what is that hotel name? Le Meridian. And this is very old, Le Meridian in Egypt. And when we open our balcony, we can see the pyramids from our balcony. So that was beautiful.
So with the cruises, when you say they go into port, like, do you get just a day or maybe a few hours in a
So-
day at port or do?
So some of the Baltic Sea and the Mediterranean, they will stay more than one night.
Oh, okay.
2 nights and
So-
then 2 nights and
So 2 nights generally, then you can get a hotel and then you can visit it. But most of the time, it generally, the ship would port
dark, yeah, about
dark in the
7 o'clock
morning and then you have to come back like 4 or 5 o'clock.
That experience, one time we were, going, where was it?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Panama or somewhere, we almost missed ours.
So we can see the ship,
But we don't know
but
how
I
to
do
get.
not know how to get, what road should I take to go?
He decided to rent a car that, after that I said, we'll never rent a car, just take a taxi or something.
See, so she's scared of everything.
But
She
I
does
am
not-
kind of, I'm not like, but I'm
She
not
does not
scared of
rent a
taking
car.
adventures.
She does- Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm adventurous, but,
So,
Rent a car where? I'm sorry, I missed it. Rent a car where, please?
Aruba, yeah.
This is driving thing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, what does this mean? You freaking vacation, have some spirit,
He's more day
explore things, right? Go out, do some other things.
Do adventurous, but be safe.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
like
but
to
driving
go
a car is
on
a
the
safe
places, but
thing,
I
right?
take taxi. I'll take taxi.
Driving a car is a safe thing, right?
But why do you want to go?
You have a question for somebody who, you mentioned that now you take Norwegian cruise, but was there a time initially when you were exploring different cruise lines for somebody who's never gone?
We did Carnival and,
Carnival, yeah, then what.
So, then we start reading up on it. So Carnival is more like, with kids and they are more young age. Norwegian is more like, more middle age, So
Like
more,
retired people.
more adults,
Yeah,
yeah.
more
right.
people on the wheelchair actually.
Oh my God.
What about Royal, what about Royal?
Oh, I gotta tell you
If
this.
you are in cruise, wait for the wheelchair. They will.
We went on Alaska cruise
Last year.
and I've seen so many freaking women pushing their husbands on a wheelchair.
Just for some women, Tiffany and.
Unbelievable. And I couldn't figure out what the heck is going on. Then it dawned on me. Alaska is a big thing for people to visit in US, by the way. So it's on their bucket list.
Yeah.
And then all these people want to see. And of course, men don't take care of them. So poor women are pushing their men on a wheelchair.
Because they are waiting for, retirement and then they started, one idle time. Because I think that takes longer time for you to visit, right?
Yes, we do.
That's what we're.
She wants to go, but again, she's scared of
I'm not
everything.
gonna jump in the cold water for sure. Maybe he will do it, but I'll just watch, कोई, क्या कहते हैं, hill है या कोई पानी की अच्छी वो आ रही है, I just like to see the water.
No, Antarctica, you have to get trained physically before you go there.
ये शरीर नहीं रहा.
We will do it.
But we go, you don't have to do it. Norwegian takes you for like, yeah, it's up to you. So you just want to
And
say,
whatever you want to, yeah.
Along the way,
Was there a conscious decision to start cruising as opposed to doing the other kinds of travel that either your own planning or through an agency? Like, was there a shift that now you want to do more
so
of
our
cruising
kids,
and why?
yeah,
so
when
when kids were young, right,
Yeah.
we had a desire to go on a cruise and experience that, right? So we did that with kids. That was a wonderful experience, and then we did many cruises with that. And now I really so to give you perspective, we also go to during winter time we go to like
Cabo.
Cabo. We go for like 1 week or 2 weeks during winter time, right? So this time I said, well, let's not go to Cabo, let's go on a cruise, right? In Cabo, we're staying in an Airbnb, right? And there, we have to find the food and all that. So there are less activities, right? But on a cruise, you have a lot of activities. Throughout the whole day, a lot of entertainment is happening, right? And there's no problem of food. Whatever the food you want, it's available to you.
Different boats, different boats.
It's with all the amenities.
Yeah, right. So we were there. It was wonderful. For 2 weeks, we had a wonderful time.
So now coming from food part, I'm very conscious about what I eat, and I have some restrictions also most of the people. So how do you find it that how difficult or easy you find it to have food in some other country like you went to the Russia, also Baltic Sea.
So we are non-vegetarian.
Yeah, we eat for that. Jan,
We-
naam hai, but
Okay.
We we do eat everything, and we do. And both of us are not very particular. Uh, that we miss certain type of food. She probably miss dal chawal, I mean, generally, right? She wants to. With me, I can, I'm fine. I'm not okay. But now, being vegetarian, that the whole world is made things available for you.
but in cruises, you will find all the Indian food. Like,
Yeah.
like morning breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You
If
will
you're
find
on vacation too,
Cruises, I understand.
you need, if you request that vegetarian food, right?
gluten free or yeah, or
Yeah.
vegan or and everything.
They are doing more and more. It's more and more available than what it used to.
It doesn't matter if you go to Japan or like they have mostly things on meat or like seafood,
Right.
but they would make not as much as variety, but yes.
Do you have a favorite cruise memory or a safari memory that, I know one of the memories from the safari trip, that school one.
Yeah, so it's not only like traveling and seeing the sightseeing and all that. We experienced like a lot of foods like in South Africa, like in poverty. So our gate one take the tourists to these schools and
So that's get one sponsored
sponsors
programs.
So we also donate. So when I went to Africa the first time, and I seen all these kids are running towards to us to see what we got, and just to start hearing, how lucky our kids are and how fortunate we are, and these kids don't have. So, and all the teachers don't have much clothes to wear, so whatever clothes I had, I gave it to them. It was like 2 days left, so I just kept my. So those things give you different kind of experience, not only seeing things.
We're very fortunate
Yeah.
to live in this country, and to visit any country, you would experience, you would see, but you would find everybody is very similar to us. What they want, what they are experiencing, some of the things, right? So it gives you a very different experience.
Yeah, Gate One having a school in Sri Lanka, and South America, so they can visit there, and it was really good. And then another experience we had like at Costa Rica. So when we were in Costa Rica, there are a group of people traveling from around the world, like Israel and Florida and Canada and all those. And then there were 16 group of 16, and somehow we hit, like we became good friends. So now every year we we get together and plan reunion.
Oh,
The Costa Rica reunion, that's a good name.
So it was in 2017, and when the first was at my place, and they all shared my place, 16 people, did food and all that, and then we did other Portland and Wisconsin, and then Powhatan. So now we're starting, so now they're all coming to our wine region tour. Yeah, so they're gonna stay on tour.
So you make a lot of friends
A lot of
along the way.
friends. That's why, like, you don't have to have a friend there, because everybody becomes your family and your.
So I would say on that perspective, she's probably, I'm more solo traveler than she is. So she likes more company. And then because we both are able to go, that's why we are able to visit all these countries. If we would have been dependent for other people to come along with us, that would have been very difficult.
yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying, right? Because not everybody is on the same
Our
path
friends are
as
still
you
working,
are.
all friends are working, either they husband or wife, they're working, so they.
But the thing is, when you go on these vacations, you get the people
Like
and you
minded.
make friends.
Yes.
So you don't feel, and I've seen a lot of solo travelers there, by the way. And they travel quite extensively. And they make friends while they are there. So don't worry about it. Don't wait for anybody. You wanna go, go. I mean, experience it.
Yeah, it's nothing to be scared, it's just like.
Leave your husband behind and go.
Kind of wrap it up, is there one or two or top three countries where you highly recommend that in this lifetime?
I would say, Canadian Rockies.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Kennedy Rock,
Yeah.
most beautiful place on the planet.
Yeah, I had all these pictures, but sorry.
You
Do a
must,
part two.
huh?
What do you recommend?
You must go Canadian Rock. Forget about Switzerland. You heard about it, right?
Yes.
Go visit Canadian Rock. It's right next to us, right? And visit that. That place is so beautiful. I can't even. It's like beyond heaven.
And then Turkey, we wanted to have a balloon ride in Cappadocia, and then we get to do it. A lot of people do go there, but the air quality, sometimes, like.
I don't know how she did it. I have no idea.
Cappadocia, and we get to do it, it's just natural. And we did Morocco, and we did other balloon rides. And another one, if you want to just into US, Turkey, there are balloon fiesta in October. We did through Gate One, and they take you there, and then all these balloons.
So every year they have a balloon
Fiesta,
festival.
yeah.
And there were like over 600 different balloons.
This is where?
In Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, New Mexico. And they have annual festival there, right? So it's a wonderful festival environment. And they all, early in the morning,
3 o'clock in the morning.
if the weather permitting, right? All 600 different varieties of balloons go up in the air. It's gorgeous. I'll actually show some of the video.
Are you gonna show us?
You don't have
No, I have.
on your new pictures.
And the third place, so Canadian, Rocky, Turkey, and
Vietnam is really good. They're beautiful. China, I mean, every country has Cambodia.
You want me to fly it? Just go ahead with that.